reselling friends. It's Natalie, aka the thrift trader, and I'm going to show you what all I sold for August 2018. Um, I had a lot better sales than July, like by a whole lot. So I was very happy about that. I have been listing quite a bit. I went from basically 108 to 150 listings on eBay in about month and a half or so. Also, I have a lot more listings on Etsy now. I have 25, and I did sell two on Etsy this month, so that's pretty good. I usually only have maybe one that sells on Etsy every month, and in July I didn't have any. So I was super happy to get those, and they were decent sales too. But anyway, let's jump right on into it. So the first one here is a Herb Alpert 8-track, and it is sealed. Um, I wouldn't say I did great on it. I only made $4 plus the shipping, but I mean, that's okay. Not really. I paid $2 for it because it was sealed, and I bought four of them at a time, like what, 3 years ago, and this is the very last one to leave my apartment. They were very, very slow sellers, even though they were all sealed. I made a little bit more on the other ones, but this one just, I don't know. But the thing is, I had it sitting for like ever, and I heard people say that listings get stale after a little while. I think after 6 months, they are considered, I'm trying to remember, 6 months they're stale. It's either 6 or 9 months. And so I went ahead and when I relisted this one, I relisted as sells similar. And within a couple days it sold. So maybe there's something to that. It certainly hasn't happened for all of the listings that I've done that for, just for this one. So, but I'm glad it helped. Great. Someone finally saw it, and when they got it, they gave me good feedback. So, yay. Oh, anyway, moving on. I'm glad it's gone. This next one is let me move back. I think I was looking at this. Yeah, it's just a spondylus oyster shell. Might even be missing its half. There's probably supposed to be two halves here, but this is only one half. And I had four of these halves, and I sold each of them for about $10. I had this one up for a lot higher. I had it up for 20 and then 15, and then it had several watchers on it, but no one was buying. And finally, I just got tired of it being in a place where I'm always at and moving them around. And these shells are just so delicate. These spines would just break off in a heartbeat. So I wanted them gone. This was the second to last one to go. I still have one left. I have that one at 6 or 7 because I just want it to leave my home. But these were nice shells. This was easily the nicest one. If you can see here, it has like this beautiful purple barnacle and the shell at the bottom and this nice orange color to it. And it was about 5 inches, but yeah, like I said, a lot of other people liked it too, but I guess they just weren't willing to pay the 20. I did say though, like, please be aware that you might get this with charge or stuff broken off of it, because even though I will pack this correctly or as best as possible, I mean, I can't be perfect, something could happen in transit. But weird thing is, I've never gotten any feedback from any of the people that have bought these shells from me, so I hope everything went okay there. Anyway, next thing. So this was an item that I bought for $2. It was an action figure from Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane's Monsters series. And basically it was this weird Dorothy in bondage character with this munchkin the Munchkin was actually on like this little creature below him. Let's see if I can get a better picture. Maybe not. But yeah, it was from around 2003. Yeah, that's the date. And he was like pulling on her hair or snapping a whip at her. And I have never even heard of these. My husband did say that he had seen these a long time ago, probably when they were new, but I I didn't know how long this would take to sell. I put it up for 30 with shipping, and it had international shipping on it. Someone from Chile bought it. Unfortunately, they have not received it yet, so it is taking a little while. I just hope that eventually I do see that they get it. But anyway, cool little sale. I only paid $2 for this. Um, by the way, on the shell, I only paid like 6 cents on that. And yeah, I paid $2 on that, 6 cents on this, and $2 on the action figure at a garage sale. I thought they would ask for a lot more, but no. Next thing is this Duffy outfit. Duffy is a Mickey bear. If you look right here on his face, you'll see a hidden Mickey. And also, typically, if you see the actual plush bear, he has a hidden Mickey on his feet. This was just a sailor outfit that I think Duffy sometimes would originally come with. I've never found an actual Duffy bear, but I'm always looking for them. And what's weird is that I was at a big old thrift store that they have here, and I was looking for this. I was like, maybe they have a Duffy bear today. They didn't, but they had this outfit. I was like, whoa, I did find a Duffy, but just only his outfit. So that was kind of strange. Like, that's sometimes it just happens where I'm looking for something and I actually do find it. It's really weird. But yeah, you could only find this at Disney parks. You can't find this outfit anymore. And the only other seller, hold on, my earpiece just fell out. The only other seller that was selling this outfit was someone from Hong Kong, and I put 40 on him with best offer, and I actually ended up getting 30 plus the shipping for him. So that was awesome. Next is these Marvel pajamas, and this light got kind of blue. It wasn't really, these pants weren't really this blue when I was taking pictures of it, but it just kind of came out that way. Anyway, nothing really to say here. The only story I have with these pants is that I bought these with another set of Marvel pajama pant and shirt, and I left that in my car, and unfortunately I left it unlocked, and I left a bunch of garage sale finds in the car, and I had a record player in there. It was broken, but I was still going to give it away to my dad. And I had that in the pajama set, and I believe these. And when I went to the car, I could only find these. And later on, I found out that no, I think I found the record player was gone. So I went to give it to my dad, and it wasn't there. And then I went to look for these, and I only found these. So they stole a Marvel pajama set. I thought that was really weird. I mean, it's my fault for leaving it unlocked, but I hate living in an apartment complex because just you gotta be careful to lock your cars at all times. And I don't even live in a bad area. I live in a pretty good area. It's just sometimes people come through the complex looking for stuff. Anyway. Oh, I did pay how much did I pay for this? Paid about 50 cents. It wasn't very much. So 15 plus shipping. These, I did get 20 plus shipping. It's hard to say how much I really paid. I bought these with a bunch of other like Matchbox toys, but those all came from Hong Kong. And these all came from England. So I decided to sell these as a lot and decided to sell the ones from Hong Kong as a lot, and I haven't listed those. So I did buy the whole 10 with all of the cars for $10. So basically, I got my money back plus $10 more, plus the shipping on these. And anything that I make on the other ones is just free money. So I'm just gonna say my profit was $10 on these. I'm fine with that. And I'll just show you some close-ups of these. A couple of them said Matchbox. If you see old Matchbox toys, it's a given that they'll sell, even if not for much. If you find a few of them, lot them up. Next thing is, I went to a record store that was closing down, and they did reopen, but with different owners. Anyway, I figured they might have some good stuff there. Not a lot of records, except for maybe some throwaway ones, but I did find some books, and all the books they were selling were like pretty rare ones, including this one. And so I paid $2 a piece for each one, and this did sell the day after. Oh my God, the R&B lady that just died. Why can't I think of her name? But oh man, of course I could never think on the spot. But yeah, big R&B singer. She just died maybe, a week ago or so. Her funerals are still happening. But yeah, this sold right around then. Next item is, oh, this did sell for 68, not 80. I received an offer for it, and I was very happy for $68 when I only got it for 2. It's very early in the morning, so I'm sorry if I'm forgetting things here and there. Anyway, Kurt Adler 2 bead pearl ornaments. These were super pretty. The pictures I got of them were not that great. This one had what you call a cameo on it. I think they were from the 80s based on the Santa's World tag here. And I paid $5 for a bag of ornaments at Goodwill, and because I saw these in them. What's funny is these didn't sell for very well at all, $10.39. The other ornaments they look worthless, and so the only other one that I sold out of that lot was one that I sold last year from Western Germany. It was like a wax ornament, and yeah, that one sold for like 8. So these sold for 10. So I got my money back, but nothing spectacular. Next thing is this WordStar. This is just old software. This went to Austin, Texas, and nothing much to say about it. It was brand new and packaged. It was from 1982. People like Anne Rice would use this instead of, the newer processing systems. A lot of big writers would use this, called MicroPro WordStar. I hear it's a very complicated one, but it still had the shrink on it. Unfortunately, while storing it, some of the shrink kept tearing, and so when I sent it off, I just sent it hoping that they would understand that it's really badly torn. And the guy gave me really good feedback. I didn't think that was a big enough deal to really, write him and say, because here you can see it's coming off. So, but if you see old software like this and it's not too much, I want to say I paid a couple bucks for this. Not very much at all. It was a slow seller though, so just be aware of that. I was so happy to receive an offer of $30 with free shipping. Unfortunately, this was heavy, and I thought I had media mail on it. And I swear these eBay business policies are messing me up. I don't know if if I change one, they're putting them on all my listings, or what is happening, because this one was definitely media mail and it got changed to priority. So when it sold, I had to send it priority to Austin. It wasn't like a huge amount or anything, and I was still happy to get rid of it, but it would have saved me a little bit of money selling through media mail. This thing was like 3 or 4 pounds. Anyway, this was a really fun t-shirt. It was vintage from 1986. And yeah, 1986. It had the year Oh, it was made in USA. Let's see. Apparently, I did not get the year on a picture. I usually try to. Anyway, this is a pretty famous one by Gary Larson. And, yeah. Anyway, I bought it for $2 at a Goodwill. It was actually one of the first things I saw while walking into the Goodwill because they had it on the end of the rack. And I was so happy I found this. It did have some stains up here, but I gave it a wash and I no longer saw them. And yeah, it seemed to have come out. This person hasn't given me feedback yet, but yeah, they, hopefully they're happy with it. And it did sell for $31.99. Next is We the Biggest Loser. This took forever to sell. I think I've had it over a year. In fact, if you go back in my hauls, I have one video, like a short video that says worst garage sales, and I think it was in the springtime of 2017, and I picked this up for $2. And the problem, well, one problem I had with it was that even though it was this big old bundle, fairly heavy, it did not say what was in the it only said what was on the game. It didn't say what was in the actual bundle anywhere on the box. So I had to scour the internet looking for what might be in this box. Even on Amazon, it didn't say. So I found this picture, and it looks like a pocket cookbook, the balance ball, and some song downloads and the actual game. So I was pretty happy that this sold. Unfortunately, it did sell priority and I had free shipping on it. I should not have done that. So it cost me like maybe almost $10 just to ship to like West Virginia. Anyway, I was just glad because it was taking up quite a bit of space. And lastly, from eBay, these were some beautiful tiki mugs. There's a Facebook group called the Thrifting Board, and Jason T. Smith runs it. And I've really learned a lot about tiki from him and that board. I don't think I would have thought to look at these really. And the crazy thing is that these were only 25 cents a piece. So together I paid 50 cents. And I I looked at I saw them and I was like, these are interesting. They looked old. And then I saw the bottom and I saw that they said Trader Vic's 1963. And I was like, well, for 25 cents, I'm just going to pick them up. And then I got them home, did some more research, and they looked like they were selling for around 50 a piece, 40 to 50 a piece. And I decided to sell them together, trying to hope maybe someone would buy them as like a wedding gift or something. And what's going on in the pictures, just real quick, not to go on and on about it, but it's hard to see, but basically you have the girl and the boy running into the water, and then he steals her top, and he catches her in the water. She slaps him. She slaps him, as you can see right here on the left, and then, but in the last picture, she is laying with him on the beach. Right here, if you can see that. She looks like she's the big spoon. So, yeah. Anyway, I thought that was kind of funny that I can't tell if she wanted him to steal her top because she slapped him. I don't know. But yeah, they sold for $95.99. And, oh, another thing with this is that I accidentally had the shipping way, way, way too high. When I sold them, I saw that the shipping was like $66. And I was like, well, I know they're around 3 pounds to ship because I wanted to pack them really well in a nice box. But $66 even to California is like, that's crazy. So I looked it up and I had them in a box at 16 by 16 by 16 dimensions, and that's what was wrong. The person actually paid that without even questioning it. And so what I did was I went back and fixed it, and I refunded them like $50 on PayPal, and I wrote them a note saying, "Hey, sorry, I accidentally overcharged you. Here's your money back." But yeah, I mean, I don't even know if they would have said anything. I mean, some people do go back and say, "Hey, you charged me a lot of shipping on this. I like it, but the shipping was too high or whatever." I didn't want anybody to say that, and I didn't want to look like I was being greedy because, it only cost me like 13, or like maybe even less than that, 11 or 12 to ship to California. So, yeah, I didn't want that on my conscience. Next is my Etsy sales. This is my first Halloween thing, so I'm getting kind of thirsty here. Ugh. Anyway, I don't know how some people do these YouTube videos and they just talk on and on and on and on without anything to drink. I can't do that. Anyway, so these are just two metal noisemaker horns. They are metal, obviously. They're like a tin metal. I really should have put that in the listing, but these did have quite a bit of rust on them, especially around the bases. I saw a lot of these that were in way better shape than mine. And in fact, I had no idea if they would even sell. $50 was a price I completely made up based on better looking horns than these were. And if you go back, I do have these in my Craigslist Halloween haul. They sold fairly quickly on Etsy. I did put in a keyword as rustic, and I don't know if that helps sell it, but anyway, they sold for 50 plus the shipping. I haven't gotten any reviews back, but I hope they like it, and I hope that I packed it well because it was kind of tight, and these were like an awkward shape. So, yeah. Anyway, the last thing on Etsy is these cool little Hercules gift wrap. Let me move this to the side. Yeah, these were I got 20 plus the shipping, and I had tons of people favoriting this. So if you ever go out there, don't overlook gift wrap, especially if they're Disney and they're not something that you can't just go to Hallmark now and get Hercules gift wrap. You might be able to get Beauty and the Beast now. I don't know. They might reissue some Disney movies. They're probably not going to reissue stuff like this, and so this is fairly hard to find. And if someone's a real big Hercules lover, they would love something like this. And this doesn't have to be just gift wrap. This can also be like a decoupage project or a scrapbook project. So yeah, something to think about. Anyway, that is all my sales. I don't have a total. Sometimes I forget to total that up for you, but I don't think it matters. Anyway, oh, and by the way, I did buy these were only 59 cents a piece. So I basically paid like what, $1.10, $1.20 with tax for these. So, yeah. And the metal horns, I bought a whole group of Halloween stuff for $30. So I made my money back just on these. So $20 profit, and anything else on that haul is just pure profit. So, yeah, that is it. I hope your sales have been great if you're a reseller, and if you just like to see things sell, I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Bye.